I have something to tell you guys. It's been weighing down on me for a while now, and if you know me, you know I'm all about being 100% transparent. I want people to know, like, the real me, and I just have this thing that happened in my past that I feel like I just really need to tell you guys. So, here it goes. Sorry. It's just a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I used to write fanfiction. You guys like that dramatic intro? I see that they're quite popular here on YouTube. I thought that I would maybe try it out, maybe get some attention from it, you know, exploit my problems for views. So with that out of the way, let's begin. When I was in grade 1, I started the French immersion program, which meant that all of my classes, basically from grade 1 until grade 8, were in French immersion, aside from like English class and sometimes like the art and music classes. If the teacher didn't speak French, then it would be in English. Anyway, so basically all my schooling was in French, and that's what I was getting. At home we spoke English, but where I spent most of my time at school, it was all in French, so that's what I feel like I was around the most. Between the ages of 8 and 10, I started to really enjoy writing in English and French, except we didn't really have English class at school. They just figured, like, well, they're English, so they must know English, which is like, mostly true, but so I would be writing a lot, and I would make my own like little books and stuff, but my spelling and grammar in English was absolutely atrocious because all I was writing in school were French stories, and I was getting corrected. My French was getting better in school. And so when I'd go home and I'd write something in English, I would be adding extra E's onto everything and just spelling things completely wrong. Just everything was like really, really poor. And my grandmother, who was a teacher, noticed and started worrying about me. She was worried that I would fall behind, so she started correcting everything that I would write. I would write something, I'd bring it to her, she'd correct it, and we'd have like a little mini lesson, which helped, but, you know, I was a kid. I wasn't really too concerned with my grammar, I guess. I even have one very fond memory of me coming home to see that she had corrected a diary entry. I'd left my diary open on my desk, and she came in thinking it was just like, I don't know, something, I don't know if she knew it was my diary or it was she. So I see all these red marks on it, and I'm like, Grandma, did you correct my diary? Oh, was that your diary? I didn't really read it, I just corrected it. I'm a teacher, you know. Did you leave this note? I have no idea what you're on about, sweetheart. It says, write less about Ben and more about Andrew. He's cuter and plays the flute. What's wrong with the flute? I mean, that's all I'm saying. It wasn't until around grade 5 or 6 that I started playing Pokemon. Pokemon White, to be exact. I really love this game. While looking for fan art of Sharon and White, the girl character that you play as, I was looking for fan art of those two because I wanted to set it as my iPod wallpaper. I thought Sharon was pretty cute. I had a thing for guys with glasses. So I was looking for a picture of them, like fan art that someone had drawn. I was looking for it online, and I came across something called a fanfiction with Sharon and White in it, and I was like, well, what's this? And so I started reading it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this exists, people are writing about this, and I get to like read a love story between these characters. That's awesome. and soon after I decided that I wanted to write my own. So my aunt helped me make a fanfiction account. My username was Typhoon 2001. It was since changed to Purple Panic, I think. But yeah, so I started writing my own fanfiction about Sharon and White and their little adventure. It was pretty bad. People actually read it though and would give me like constructive criticism, which I'm grateful for. I don't know why they would read it. It was pretty terrible. But I got constructive criticism. I started writing different stories. I started writing ones about like Zelda, and progressively my writing got better and better. By the time I was finished with fanfiction.net, my writing had improved tremendously, and I was ready to come up with original ideas and original characters and put those on paper, which I did. I sincerely think that if it weren't for fanfiction.net, I wouldn't have the love of English that I do today, and that my skills in English would not be as good as they are today. So thank you, Pokemon, and thank you, fanfiction.net, for guiding me through those years. Thanks for watching. I recently made an Instagram account for the channel. Haven't posted anything on it yet, but if you want to follow it for a reason or another, the link is in the description. And yes. Goodbye.